Sometimes, as a salesperson, you have to fire the buyer. Find out more in today's show. Welcome back to Year 6 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Award-winning franchise owner, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and 3-time best-selling author. Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Zaegyo is the translation of Japan Sales Mastery. Anatamo Present no Tachijin is the translation of Japan Presentations Mastery, and my latest books are Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muda ni Suru wa Yamimashou, and my new book is called Japan Leadership Mastery, which we will be translating shortly. We're bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaki and Minatoku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? We're here to win in business in Japan. Let's all be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. Now, this is episode number 326, when to say no to the buyer. So let's get going. Normally, as a seller, we are getting told no in sales rather than the other way around. When salespeople become desperate to hit their numbers, they start to do crazy things. They start telling lies to the buyer. They exaggerate the scope of the solution. They savagely discount the price. They overpromise on the follow-up. They agree to horrendous delivery dates. They become visibly agitated during the sales call. All bad. When we meet the client, our brain has to get into a specific gear. That means we are focused on how we can contribute to the client's business. What can we do that will grow the clients, the buyers' revenues, cut their costs, or expand their market share? That mental gear is entirely different to questions such as, how will I make my monthly sales quota? How will I stop being fired? Etc. The latter are solely focused on you and not the buyer. And this impacts what comes out of your mouth. If we're trying to do a proper job of prospecting, we will always have alternatives. When the pipeline is too thin, desperation sets in. The existing clients get worked over to try and squeeze blood from a stone because there are no other options. It is easier to talk to an existing client than go and find a new one, which is why so many salespeople hate prospecting. It's hard and tough work. Nevertheless, prospecting and building pipeline are the keys to positioning ourselves as sellers. When we have a strong pipeline, we are not dependent on any one sale. When we are doing the questioning phase of the sales call, we start to understand what the client needs. We may realize that what we have isn't really a fit. When we don't have pipeline, we start to think, how can we make it fit anyway? This is desperate thinking and ultimately very damaging to our trust brand and reorder possibilities. We are thinking single order rather than the start of many orders. We may know that to take on this project is going to put a lot of pressure on the back office or the supply chain within our organization. We have to keep in mind the opportunity cost that this deal represents, not just the income it will generate. We're impinging on other better quality work to do this deal. If the pricing for doing it was at the premium, it may be justifiable, but that is usually quite rare. Or if the scale of the work is considerable and sustained over a long period of time, it might be viable. In fact, usually, a bad deal, more often than not, comes with ugly, lumpy bits attached to it that are not very attractive. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Winning with Relationships selling course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Winning with Relationships selling course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, You need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. We are better to say no. When deals come that are outside of our usual scope and therefore require a lot of work, the price needs to be high to warrant doing it. If it is not, then get back to being busy building pipeline and let that deal flow go to a competitor who is either better suited to handle it or more stupid than we are. It hurts to give business away to a competitor, but that is the better choice than damaging your own operation. A deal came to me through LinkedIn, and the buyer was a substantial company in Singapore with a strong brand name. The details of what they wanted to do in Japan, though, had potential grief written all over it for me. It was somewhat related to what we do, but just that bit off to the side where we would have to do a lot of work to make the project work. The money mentioned was so-so and really didn't cover the extra work that would be needed. I introduced the deal to a frenemy, rival company, and asked if they were interested. They said yes, and so I connected them with the seller. I heard later that they got hammered on the pricing when they came to deal with the lower level operations people inside the company. A typical Singaporean business play where they are very tough on pricing, often known as the squeeze all the juice out of the deal for the buyer play. The frenemy took the pricing offered rather than saying no or demanding more money and got smashed. It turned out to be a huge amount of work, sucked up a lot of their time and burnt some of their contacts. This is exactly what I thought it would do to me too. I was glad I missed that bullet. Saying no was a very, very good choice on my part. It was also a one-off deal, so there was no hope of repeat business. This made it less attractive because I couldn't see any return on the investment of time and effort. I didn't take it because I had pipeline, alternatives, other potential business. Saying no to a bad or marginal deal and keep working on building pipeline to find better deals. You will spend the same amount of time, but the rewards are vastly different. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday, we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And every Friday, the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday, we're releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses. And so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode number 327, we are talking about build your team. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you, and we have only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.